Just wanted to say as well, shout out to some of these channels, these anti-vegan channels. Shout out. Probably not the best word to use, but they do a good job at looking and finding all the vegans out there who fear sugar. All right, the vegans, go and watch some of these channels out there, the vegan deterioration, etc. Or that guy. What's that guy's name? The guy who stabbed his classmates, the Syringe or whatever he's called. The guy who e-begs for money. And he gives Joey Carbstrong shit for e-begging, but then he's doing the same shit. It's like, Syringe, you're a hypocrite. Anyway, debate me, Syringe, you hypocrite. But these people, they'd make these like compilations of vegan before and afters, and all they're doing is a pretty easy job. All you have to do is go and find the vegans who fear sugar, and look at their before and afters. And when they're doing my protocol, they look healthy and glowing, and then they're doing the sugar-free crap, and they do the Whole Foods bullshit, and they just absolutely fall apart and look horrendous. A lot of them get into drugs, and they get the drug face going on with the eyes, just looking sad. And hey, I might sound like a douchebag talking like this, but I really feel sorry for people out there. Anyone, the vegans, the non-vegans, the part-time vegans, anyone out there who fears sugar, man. Like, gang, don't fear sugar, man. Like, you need sugar. Every cell in your body runs on sugar. And if you want to see what happens when you cut out sugar, just go to these videos, man. Vegan deterioration, etc. Look at the people. Look how lifeless they look. The life is literally sucked out of you. Sucked out of your eyes when you fear sugar. Every cell in the body runs on sugar. I and Natasha and all the crew who are doing my protocol, they eat the sugar, and we have the energy, we have the stamina. Even Shah, Shah loves the sugar, man. You know what I mean? She's on the program. So, when you cut out the sugar, you will just really suffer that first day mentally. You might even notice it. Some people won't. If you're eating a lot of fruit, that's fantastic, but you need sugar, all right? Fruit's incredible. Fruit's so important, but you can't just eat fruit, man, because these days the fruit is picked so green, and, even the shit that's, you have on your fruit farm, the good stuff. I mean, the good shit. I've got a friend who's got an amazing fruit farm up in Queensland, but sometimes you don't get enough sun, or the bats get it, or so you got to have some supplementary sugars there to keep you going every day. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I made back in the day when I was a pure fruitarian, just raw food. I wouldn't have the added sugars. I'd just rely on fruit for sugar. And whilst it was good, it wasn't as good as when I started adding sugar in. I was like, oh my God. I remember adding sugar in 2010 when I was in the Philippines and running a half marathon and thinking, man, this is what it's about, baby. And just having the energy and just the thrashing and the passion you get when you add more sugar in. Enough sugar, I should say. How much sugar do you need? Enough sugar. How much sugar is too much? Never eat more sugar than you can lift, okay? If you can't lift the bag of sugar, don't eat that much sugar. But seriously, don't eat more than you can lift when it comes to sugar. Otherwise, you're good to go. Your taste buds will decide, man. And if you want to know what happens to people who fear sugar long term, can go on Vegan Deterioration or Charmony or Syringe, or any of these anti-vegan channels, then look what happens. Look what happens to their kids, man. Mick the vegan, he fears sugar. His baby died recently. I mean, we don't know exactly what the cause of that, but I would say it's something to do with nutrition, because he's been quite private about it, and he represents the gay vegan community, and there's nothing wrong with that, But I think if you're going to represent any culture or group or subgroup, whatever you want to call it, like, you got to put out the good information, man. All right. You got to put out good information, gang, and it's like, fearing sugar, I would have to say, is like, that's, I promote sugar consumption more than I even promote veganism, all right? For mental health, it's more important to have sugar in your system than it is to be vegan. And in terms of the environment and the ethics, then the vegan, you can't debate that. You can't debate. Vegan is just where it's at for the environment, for the ethics. You can't debate that. That's no debate. But what happens, we've got so many people out there today who have eating disorders, and they're coming over to veganism, And if you've been watching my channel the last 14 years, I've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 14 years, okay? I am, as arrogant as it sounds, I am the granddaddy of this online vegan community. I have seen everything when it comes to people going absolutely bat Fruit bat shit crazy. I've seen people I've known who've died. All right. They didn't have to die. They're dead. They died. Otherwise healthy people dying. Okay. Kidney failure, the main cause of death. I've known people who have suicided. I've met a lady who chopped a hand off. All right, trying to eat less. I can tell you stories you wouldn't even believe because they're so crazy. Durianrider, you're just talking absolute shit now. You're talking absolute crap now. Shut up. Seriously. It pains me. People, no matter what you eat, if you're a full-time vegan, part-time vegan, carnivore, carnivore's just stupid. Eat the sugar, man. Get the sugar in, okay? Get the sugar in today, now. Go to the supermarket, get a kilo bag of white sugar. Why do I recommend white sugar versus brown sugar? Because white sugar is the same shit, okay? It's the same shit, but I want you to eat white sugar because I'll have brown sugar. I won't have white sugar. Dude, it's the same fucking shit, man. It's 100% crystalline, A-grade sugar, sucrose, all right? If you will have brown sugar, we won't have white sugar. That is orthorexia. I want you to break through the orthorexia paradigm you're currently in. I don't want to go to eat a Big Mac. You don't need to eat a Big Mac. You don't have to have any trans fatty French fries. You don't have to have any of that, all right? I'm not trying to... You don't have to drink a beer. You don't have to do any drugs. But you need sugar, okay? Because if I have white sugar, then I'll just collapse and all my standards will drop. No, they fucking won't, okay? I don't eat Big Macs. I have white sugar, okay? Natasha doesn't eat Big Macs. She has white sugar. So, again, people, it's about... I know we're all big kids out there, but really it's about having logic. Logic. All right? Logic.
I think I was the only one on the plane with a bag of white sugar in my backpack yesterday.
Yeah. Natasha, she's pulled out the black and gold Australian white sugar, okay? People say sugar's a drug. Well, Natasha just smuggled a kilo bag of drugs, so she should get arrested. Bag of sugar. It's just crazy, man. And Natasha, she's always the hottest chick, the most energetic chick in the airport, and because she ain't fearing the sugar, man. She doesn't fear the sugar. Sugar is your friend, okay? You don't have to like me, I get it, but sugar's your friend, all right? You got to like sugar. You don't have to like me. You can hate my guts, but please just do my protocol. I don't care. I would rather you do my protocol and absolutely hate me and make troll videos about me and slander me. I prefer that than if you liked me, but you didn't do sugar. Because if you don't do sugar, you're not going to have the best quality of life. And your family's not going to have the best quality of life because you're around them. And it's all going to permeate into society, man. Society is decaying from fear of sugar. No one's saying that. No one would have the balls to say that. Even if they could observe that, they'd be like, oh, no, I can't stand up for sugar because sugar's a social pariah. At the airport yesterday, no one checked my baggage. No one checked my ID. And even checking in, it was just they were all the hostesses, they were all just all over the shop. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? These are professional people. And I know they're all doing this anti-sugar shit because they're all weight loss focused. And they all look at Natasha, oh my gosh, she's got an amazing body. I'm like, yeah, she doesn't fear sugar, she just restricts her fat. Oh, no, but sugar's bad. It pains me. It pains me. How many nutrition authors out there who have had the reach I've had over the last decade who promote sugar like I do? No one. Absolutely no one. And that's really sad. McDougall, Esselstyn, they contradict themselves. Their diet's high in carbohydrate, high in sugars, but they said don't eat sugar. Fucking hell. The doctors don't even know what's going on. They contradict themselves all the time. And we see with this fat IV drip stuff here. Omega Van. Some doctors say yay. Some doctors say nay. You got to go with logic, people. What do I recommend of IV, fat-containing IVs? I think that'd be a good idea. If you're in hospital and your stomach didn't work, then for sure, there's potential for that. But otherwise, no one out there is watching this needs a fat IV or IV in their fat or fat in their IV. If you want to lose body fat, eat less and less fat. You need to become you need to put yourself in a fat deficit. You need to create a fat deficit if your goal is body fat reduction. We need to eat less fat than we burn. If you eat more fat than you burn, you'll store even more fat at the end of the week. Every gram of fat we eat, we wear that. We store it as fat. You eat 10 grams of fat a day, you store 10 grams of fat a day. 10 grams of fat is pretty easy to burn off though. If you're having sex, you're making YouTube videos, whatever, you burn that off pretty quick, pretty easily. But if you're eating 50 grams of fat a day, 100 grams of fat a day, then you're going to be in some serious fat deficit to shred some body fat. Now, if you're underweight, if you're anorexic, then yeah, don't listen to my protocols in that regard. Eat more fat. So you want to restore your body fat so you can restore your estrogen, restore your testosterone levels. But once you're a certain body fat level, then you want to be mindful of fat intake. Once your body mass index is going over 21, then you probably want to curb the fat intake a bit there. Anyway, that's just this video. Great question. We'll see you again. Carb the fuck up. Get it done. Sugar, baby. Put it to the test. Forget the rest.